Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Iyun with Benzion. We're doing Kesubos daf Peches number 88. The last three cases in the previous Mishnah talked about the woman when she collects from the Yisomim, she collects from the heirs, the husband died, she wants to collect her Ksuba. She wants to collect Ksuba, he doesn't have any property, but he sold his property, Mishubadim, right? All his Nechasim are Mishuba to the Ksuba. Or she wants to collect her Ksuba from her husband's estate, but the husband's not around. He's in Medina Hayam. He's not accessible. He's not answering the phone calls. So she takes her the Shavua. Now, the Gemara clearly says it's not a Shua D'Oraisa. All Shuas D'Oraisa are only Nishba V'eno Mashalim. Here she's Nishba V'notel. She's making it to Shua and she's claiming. Why the fact that she has a star Ksuva? We're talking about she has a star Ksuva. Ksuva is pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good, it's like star. If someone lends you lend someone money and you have a star, a loan document, documenting that he owes you money, so you can collect from the guy with your star, no question about it. You have to take a shvua to collect, right? If there's no mitigating factor, there's nothing opposing you. Even the guy says, I paid the loan, it doesn't make a difference, right? It doesn't make a difference. You have a star. The reason is that a star is actually better than Adam, regular Adam that saw it and testify in court, because Adam, even though they saw it, they might forget, they might lose track, they might forget exactly what happened, they might not remember all the details. So Adam testifying verbally in court, we said it has the validity of 80% proof, which is enough to be motzi mamon. The star is better. Kamosh nekara, the Gemara says, Adam achasum lashar, kamosh nekara idusin of based in dami. It's not just that Adam came and testified, it's that we're going to learn for a lot of dinei mamonis and for also Masechah Sanhedrin, we're talking when they kill somebody, there's drishos v'chakiros. You have to really investigate the Eidim, make sure they're not lying, but also that they didn't fabricate something because they didn't remember it exactly. They're telling the 100% truth, and that when you have Eidim chasum al shtar, right? They're not only testifying about it, but they're writing their names, they're signing names on a loan document. That means they really paid attention to what's going on. There's also kiyum shtaros, we'll learn in the second paragraph, which usually you need to collect. So you did all these things. So Eidim themselves verbally have 80% proof, but also circumstantial evidence, which says like 20% proof, that you could add on to them because Drisha v'chakira, the fact that you investigate them by signing their names and having the kiyum shtaros, that's like 100% proof. So a shtar is very strong, stronger than regular Eidim's words. So in all these cases, however, all these cases in the Mishnah, when you're collecting from the Somim, or you're collecting from Mishubadim, or you're collecting when he's not around, so there's a little bit, we've talked about Bari V'Shema in the Masechta, in the beginning of the Masechta. He makes one claim. A loan document is definitely a Bari of a loan document. A person owes you money, but how do you know it wasn't paid off? You don't know it wasn't paid off. Now, if the guy comes to court, right, he's alive, the husband comes to court and he's like, I paid it off. I mean, his words are meaningless, but when he's not around, so it's like a Shema over there, right? His words are meaningless when he's saying he's going against a shtar, right? A shtar. The reason he has a shtar, if he would have paid the loan, he would have got the shtar back, or he would have got a receipt, according to some opinions. But he has to have that receipt, or the fact that the shtar is still around shows that he probably didn't pay off the loan. However, here there's a tiny shema over here. First of all, the Yorshim, right, the heirs of the father who owes her the ksuba, they don't know what happened. Maybe the father did. So they're in a better position than the father. The father knows exactly what happened, right? But Shema, maybe he paid off or not. They have a tiny Shema. And similarly, if the husband's not around, right? Why is he not around? Like, why are you collecting not in front of him? I mean, technically it's very hard to get him to court, but really, right? It's a little suspicious. There's a suspicion. There's a chashad. Maybe the person with the shtar is lying. They were paid back and it wasn't recorded. And similarly, if you're collecting from Mishubadim, right? There's a tiny shema for those people because they bought land, honestly, from this guy who owed this woman the ksuba. They didn't know this guy's going to come after the land, that he's a lien on the land. They didn't know this. And for them, we're tiny shema. We're towing shema. Now, a tiny shema is maybe a chashad, suspicion. So what we've done now is basically we've taken away the circumstantial evidence backing up the Eidim, which was 20%, added to the 80% to give them 100%, which the shtar is, but the Shema over here weakens that. A Shema, if you're just Tainas Bari against Tainas Shema, Tainas Bari, I explained, is not good enough. A Taina is only can be the strength of your words, a bari is only 70% proof against a shema. When you have edim, that's already 80% proof. So the most suspicion the shema could be is 20%. However, the suspicion knocks it down from 100% to back to 80%, right? Because that's suspicion, because there's something suspicious going on over here, that you're collecting shalom from the Abba, from the Meshubadim, from the Yisomim. There's suspicion, there's a Shema over here. Even if they don't say Shema, there is a Shema. There's, based in, calculates as the Shema over here, which weakens his claim, the claim of the shtar. So therefore, you lower the shtar from 100% proof to 80% proof. We've talked about many times that Chazal will oftentimes, even though Ruba, the Isa Kaman, the Leisa Kaman is considered, I've said in Mesach Yevamot, was considered like 80% proof. Ruba the Isa Kaman maybe like 90% proof. Ruba the Leisa Kaman normally, right, we're Choshesh Lemiyuta a lot of times. Rameir is Chayesh Lemiyuta, we passing Rameir Chayesh Lemiyuta to make a Gzeira D'Rabbanan. Midaraisa we're not Choshesh. Rameir was only saying Midarabbanan we're Choshesh, make a Gzeira that even though 80% proof to collect money, Midaraisa it's enough. Midarabbanan we want more proof. The Shvua is going to give you more proof. It'll give you 90% proof, 100% proof. That's why they install the Shvua in these cases, because there is suspicion, a little bit of suspicion. It ruins it down to 80%. Therefore, they said, just like a Ruba the Leisa Kaman, right? It's not Neman according to Rameir. It doesn't work to be Motzi Mamon 80% because Midrabanan, they were Choshesh, Chayshin Lemiyuta. Also, over here, Chayshin Lemiyuta because of the Tainas Shema. And therefore, the case, the Gemara says, if the Yisomim are collecting the Yisomim, Peichadam and Aleph, so they have a Tainas Shema. There's a Tainas Shema for the Yisomim. As long as they say, our father said, Lo Liviti, Liviti v'lo parati, I borrow, but Liviti uparati, I borrowed and I paid it back. So, the Yisomim, we're towing Shema for them, they take a shvua. However, if they say, in the name of their father, the father said Lo Liviti, so their father is saying Lo Liviti, however, Kol Omer Lo Liviti, Kol Omer Lo Parati Dama. There's a shtar, a loan document that says that you did take a loan. So that looks really blasphemous that you're denying the loan even taking place. To say denying loan ever take place. So even though you have a kind of Shema as a Yisomim, but the mere fact that you're going along with your father, you're mentioning it in court, shows there's a weakness in the Shema. And the Shema is no longer a Shema. And therefore, Kolmer Lo Levisa, Kolmer Lo Paraiti Dami, it's like your state, it's like the Edom are saying, but Lo Paraiti, even though there's doubt because you're collecting the Yisomim, not from the father, maybe the father did pay off, he didn't tell the Yisomim, nonetheless, when you tow in Lo Levisi, I didn't borrow, it's a blasphemous statement, and it's like Lo Parati, it's like admitting in court. Shemoda, if you're corroborating a shtar, it's like 100% proof, and therefore you take without a shvua, like the Gemara says on Peichadam Aleph. Hope you enjoyed today's shir. See you in the next one.